Hey everyone, it's Blar, and in this video, I am going to go over a layout crash course for Kaom's Stronghold in Act 4. Once we are done with the layout crash course, we will then do a guided walkthrough so you can see my read method as we run through some instances in real time of Kaom's Stronghold. So, Kaom's Stronghold has 4 layouts, and it's actually a pretty easy read to do. What we want to pay attention to essentially is all Kaom strongholds, as you just get past this waypoint here, has a little hump on the wall. One layout, it'll point to the left, which is great. We can already identify this left wall hump, essentially Kaom stronghold. And then the other 3 layouts, this little hump will point to the right. So right off the bat, once we get to the waypoint, we have a good read for identifying one of the layouts. So with that being said, let's talk about the left wall hump Kaom's stronghold. So as you enter here, the first thing you'll notice once you're past the waypoint is the rock wall here. There's a hump in it that points to the left. Once you see this left wall hump, you know that Kaom's exit is going to be on the top left side of the map. And so what we're going to do is essentially, as soon as we get past this little initial area here, we are going to maneuver around like this little lava pond and like hut here. There might be some other miscellaneous things or terrain objects, but typically there'll be like a little lava pond / lake, river, whatever, and we'll just sort of follow this edge left, and once we get around it, we will head left or towards like the northwest, right? We'll get up past these stairs, the left stairs, and then we will go straight up, and then you'll be able to see this bridge right here. We'll go to the bridge, and we will just follow sort of the path to get to the boss arena. And that's literally it for the first Kaom's Stronghold layout. The next layout we have is a right arena Kaom's Stronghold. Now, with the last layout that we're talking about, the left hump layout, there were 2 staircases, but the only one that was really relevant for us was the left staircase because that was way faster. In the right arena's Kaom's Stronghold, the unique thing about this is the only Kaom Stronghold where sort of you have to go over you have to go over to the right side of the map, and the Kaom Stronghold is on the right border of the map, essentially. So this is this right border. If you follow it up, you'll see the the boss arena, excuse me, not when I said Kaom Stronghold, I meant the boss arena, but you'll see the boss arena on the right border. And the other 3 layouts, the boss arena essentially is on the left border, and we sort of saw this already with the left wall hump. If we follow this left border up here, that's where it is. And then with the other 2 layouts that exist, you'll see that it's along the left border and along the left border. Now we're going to go back to the right arena Kaom Stronghold, and as we sort of come up from the waypoint, this wall hump will point to the right. Once it points to the right, we know we're not in the left wall hump layout. And so to make it easy, because all of the right wall hump layouts essentially require you, or the other 2, excuse me, require you to get to these right stairs, we're also in this layout just going to head to the right. And that makes it so it's super simple to navigate this. If you see a right wall hump, we are always going to head to the right to find the right stairs. In any of the layouts, if you see a left wall hump, you are going to head to the left to try and find the left stairs. So because we see this right wall hump, we are going to head right after we get past these stairs. There's a little lava lake here. Sometimes you can skip it, sometimes you can't. It just depends on sort of the layout RNG. We will go around to the right here, and then once we get here, you'll see that there's a lava fall or like a lava river, and this is the only layout where this happens when you have a right wall hump, where you'll sort of get your path to the right stairs interrupted by a lava fall or like a lava skip lookalike from Kaom's Dream. Once you see this, you know you're going to be in the right arena Kaom Stronghold. So you'll just hit the right stairs and then you will follow the right border all the way up and around to find the boss arena. Next, we have essentially two layouts that have the exact same read method. The only real difference between them is how they start. And I'll just show you briefly the difference. You can see here that like you're not forced to go to the left border here and this variant. But in this second variant, you essentially get forced to go to this little narrow bridge all the way on the left border. And that's pretty much literally the only difference in terms of these two layouts. Occasionally, you can skip this sort of lava pond to speed things up. It just requires a longer travel scale. You'll see here that we have a right wall hump. Once we identify that after the waypoint, we know as soon as we sort of go upwards past here, we want to head to the right to try and find these right stairs. And then once we find these right stairs, we are essentially going to head left or west until we get to this narrow ledge. Once we pass the narrow ledge, you will essentially head northwest to find Kaom's, the boss for Kaom Stronghold. You can sort of see the same thing here in this. This is the other variant where you just have sort of this narrow edge and you're forced to go to the left border of the map. The wall hump points to the right. So I know that once I get past this little area, I want to head to the right to find the right stairs. Once I get to the right stairs, I want to head left. I come to this narrow ledge. Once I'm out of the narrow ledge, I head northwest, and then I will just keep going up to find the boss arena. All right, that is it for all of the layouts for Kaom Stronghold. So with that in mind, we are going to do some runs through the layouts so you can see my read method in action. All right, so I have an instance of Kaom Stronghold here. I haven't explored it at all. I just sort of zoned in. Let's see what's going on. So I'm going to pay attention to where the wall hump is. This wall hump points to the right, so I've already ruled out the left wall hump layout, which is unfortunate because that layout is by far the fastest Kaom's Stronghold layout. So right now, though, I know it can be one of three layouts. So it can either be the right arena Kaom Stronghold, or it can be a long loop Kaom's Stronghold, one of the two variants. So let's see what we get as we go through the map. So I'm going to head up, and then I'm going to go to the right here, and I'm just going to keep going. And if I come across the lava fall or river that's interrupting my path, I know I'm going to be in the right arena. I came across it here. I will just skip across it. Once I get to the right staircase here, I'm going to follow the right border of this map up to find the bridge that leads to the boss arena. Sweet. All right, so we will just go back. We'll reset the instance. I will just use the waypoint and reset from there instead of resetting from like the actual entrance, just because it's a little more efficient to do so. So we'll pretend that I did so though, right? So I am zoned in. I see past the waypoint that I have another right wall hump. So that means, again, the left wall hump layout is out, and I have to see how the layout develops to know whether I'm in the right arena, Kaom Stronghold, or if I'm in a long loop variant. So I'm going to head to the right here as soon as I get up. I'm going to start heading to the right. If I come across a lava fall / river, I'm in the right arena. If I don't, I am in a long loop layout. So there is no lava river that sort of like blocked my path that I had to skip around. That means I'm going to be in a long loop. As soon as I get up these stairs, once I recognize I'm in a long loop, I know that the boss arena is going to be on the left border of the map, which means I have to head left. I'm going to come to this narrow ledge. Once I get past the narrow ledge, I'm going to head northwest to find the bridge that will lead me to the boss arena. And there you are. All right, again, we have another right wall hump. That means I'm in either the right arena Kaom Stronghold or I am in a long loop variant. So we will see what happens with the layout. I'm going to head to the right here as best I can. I get forced all the way to this little narrow bridge end here, and I already know I'm going to be in a long loop variant from here, which means I will follow it all the way to the right. I can double check this if I don't get interrupted by like a lava fall / lava river on this right path, then I know that I am going to be in a long loop Kaom Stronghold. And from here, because I know I'm in a long loop Kaom Stronghold, I know that the boss arena is on the left border of the map, which means I need to head left from these stairs. Once I get to this narrow ledge, I'm going to go to the northwest once I exit it to find this little first bridge here, and then I'll just follow that up to the boss arena. All right, here we have a left wall hump. That is excellent news. This is by far the fastest Kaom's Stronghold. Once I see this left wall hump, I know I'm in the left wall hump Kaom Stronghold. What I'm going to do is once I get past this initial area, I'm going to sort of hug to the left and then try and find the left staircase. Once I find this left staircase, I'm going to go up it. I will head north from here, and once I pretty much head north, I will be able to see this bridge that'll lead me to the boss arena. And you can see how fast that layout is. That layout is like lightning fast, which is awesome for speedrunning. Let's do like 3 more since we've seen essentially the left wall hump, the right arena, and the long loops already. Forgot to reset the instance. Here you'll see again another left wall hump. That means I am in the same layout I was just in. So I'll go up this way and I'll sort of hug to the left here around this little lake to find the left stairs. Once I find them, I will head sort of straight north up from them, and you'll see that little bridge there. I follow that bridge up and around to find the boss arena. Alright, I have a right wall hump, so that rules out the left wall hump layouts. That means I'm either in a long loop variant or I am in the right arena Kaom's Stronghold. So we're going to see what happens when I head to the right here to figure out which of the layouts I'm in. If I get interrupted along this rightward path by a lava lake or a river or lava fall like I did here, that means I am in a right arena Kaom's Stronghold. As a result, once I go up these stairs, I know I want to hug the right border and just follow them up. And once I do, I can find the boss arena. All right, awesome. This will be the last layout that we will reset and run through. All right, I have a right wall hump, which means I'm going to go to the right here around this pond as best I can. If I get interrupted by a lava fall type area, like I am, that means I am in a right arena Kaom Stronghold. Once I get up these stairs, I'm going to hug the right border of the map all the way up to find the boss arena. And that is all there is to it for Kaom's Stronghold. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful, and take care.